JB Morrow, go and get your bag.
I don't know if my mic is working, y'all, because it wasn't working yesterday, but can y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all can. We'll see when we edit it. If it's too loud, then I'm going to turn it down, but anyways. Hey, my brace face bays. I'm back with another video. I'm sorry if my cover is making all this noise. Let me see if I can adjust it. Maybe on my cover. I don't know if that's going to help, but okay, so today is going to be a little video giving advice because I put on my story, I put some questions on my story and was like, give me some topics to do advice on. And of course, y'all put relationships and some of y'all put long distance relationship and y'all put some other ones too that I'm going to do down the line. But today I'm going to do relationships in general and I'm going to do long distance relationships. So make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to join the family. And we're going to get right into it. So first, should I talk about long distance or regular relationships? I'm gonna talk about long distance first. So when it comes to long distance relationships, if you like older and you feel like you can handle it more, I feel like that's better for the older people. For like the younger people that's like 15, 16, 17, I don't think that long distance relationship will actually be for y'all, because for the simple fact, if your parents not letting you see that person, and I'm speaking from my experience too, if your parents is not letting you see that person and y'all can't see each other like that for real, it's no point in like really being in a committed relationship. Like y'all could be cool, but being in a committed relationship, I wouldn't recommend that because you don't know what that person is doing. And I'm saying that for even regular relationships. You don't know what somebody is doing. You don't. They could be the most loyal person to you. You could sit there and fully trust them. You could do all of this. They could be texting you back fast, always on the phone with you. You still never know what that person is doing because they're hours away from you. They're not with you. Even when they're with you, you still don't know what they're doing. You could be with them all day. People still find a way to cheat. That's why I'm saying it's real tricky out here, and especially when it comes to long distance relationship. That's why I don't recommend them, because being with somebody in the same state already is tricky. And then dating somebody that's out of state, you don't know where they're going. They could sit there and tell you they're going to sleep the whole time. They could be out. I just wouldn't recommend it. It doesn't, like I said, if you can travel and always go see that person, then you can work on it. Some people actually make it out of the long distance relationship stage and they actually move in together and have a family. But you're not seeing a lot of that nowadays, especially now in this generation. You're not even seeing relationships lasting long. You're not even seeing people in committed relationships that have been in relationships for years. You're seeing somebody always, oh, they get together for a couple days or like a week or so, then they end up breaking up. Because nowadays people is not committed to dating to marry. They just dating to waste time. And like I said, that goes for both. Don't mind my hair, y'all. It's in the way. I keep moving it. But yes, people nowadays are not dating to marry. They just want to come in your life and waste your time and leave. Like, it doesn't make sense. But when it comes to long distance, if I'm not saying the people that's in the long distance right now, the younger people, I'm not saying, oh, break up with your person because they're not the one. Because you never know. If you feel like that person is the one and y'all actually really trying with each other, okay, cool. That's why I say pick your set of problems. You choose who you want to deal with. You choose like who you want to go through stuff with. Pick your set of problems. Because at the end of the day, the grass is not green on the other side. Somebody told me that. Somebody gave me advice about that. They said that. You can't break up with somebody and then try to go be with somebody else thinking things will get better, because it's not. It may be better for the moment, because that's what it's called, the honeymoon phase. It's going to be cool in a moment. When y'all first starting off, everybody's happy. There's no problems going on. That's because y'all don't know each other for real. Even if y'all start off as friends, you still don't know that person deep. So it's always cool in the moment. The honeymoon phase, nothing's going wrong. Down the line, it's always something. Because nobody is perfect. Nobody. No female and no man is perfect. Nobody on this earth is perfect. If they are, if you feel like they are, it's always something with them. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but it's always something with somebody. Because nobody is perfect. God made nobody perfect. So if you really feel like that your person is just perfect and not doing nothing, or there's nothing wrong with that person, you always see the good in that person, you need to reevaluate that. Because I'm not even trying to be negative about it. I'm just letting you know because you're gonna disappoint yourself in the end. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering, y'all. I'm going through stuff right now, but you're gonna disappoint yourself in the end because, and that's another problem. That's why it's also hard for other people to sit there and let people go because you have this thought in your mind of what you seen in that person when you first met them, how everything was cool when you first met them. You still have that thought in your mind thinking it's gonna come back when down the line y'all already known each other for so long, been together for so long, going through stuff. You still have in your mind like, okay, well, it's gonna go back to how we first met. It never goes back that way, ever. I had to learn that the hard way. What I also have to learn the hard way was you can't sit there and put your all into somebody and they're not doing the same in return. Because if you worried about somebody else more than you worried about yourself, it's not gonna work out in the end. Because that person not worried about you how you worried about them for real. They worried about themselves. They worried about getting to where they want to be in life. And you're over there, you worried about them. You trying to show them love. You trying to show them everything that you are for that person. You try to show them the type of person you can be. And they just worried about themselves. They don't, it's cool for them, but they at the end of the day, they still gonna worry about themselves. So I'm letting y'all know, don't sit there and try to worry about somebody else. You gotta love yourself. You have to worry about yourself. You have to make sure you are straight before you can even love somebody else or put your energy into somebody else. Because that's going to mentally break you. You feel like somebody is going, if you feel like somebody is just going to always pay attention to you, or it's just going to be you and that person, you're going to hurt yourself in the end when they tell you it ain't even like that for real. You're going to hurt yourself because you thought in your head this fantasy, you made up this fantasy in your head. Just because you're that type of person, that don't mean that person is that type of person. But you thinking about it in your head because you listen to everything your brain is telling you. You believe everything your brain is telling you. You thinking about that in your head over and over, like, okay, yeah, this is the person, he's gonna do this, and then they disappoint you, or she's gonna do this, and then they disappoint you. You're gonna be looking like, what happened? And it's not their fault. It's your fault because you're sitting there thinking they're showing you multiple times that they're not that type of person, and you still believing in your head that they are that type of person. You can't change nobody. You can't. I'm letting y'all know that right now. You cannot change nobody. If that person want to change for you, then that person changes for you. But if that person does not want to change for you and still want to be the type of person they are, you're not that person for them. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. Some people could say, oh no, you're wrong, you're this. You're going to have to wake up someday. You're going to have to wake up and realize someday that people not actually out here caring about you the way you caring about them, especially if you're a kind-hearted, my bad, especially if you're a kind-hearted person that actually sit there and will put they all into somebody, like forgiving somebody over and over again, giving chances after chances, making yourself look stupid for that person, and they still doing you like that. That's all you doing. You making yourself look weak at the end of the day because that person, that female or that male, you forgiving that person over and over again for the stuff they doing to you. They apologize, but they doing the same thing over and over again. They not really sorry. They know exactly what they doing to you. They're playing in your face because you sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna forget this person. They're not gonna do it again, and they turn around and do it again. It's like if somebody's cheating, and you sit there, oh, I'm not gonna do it again. You forgive them. They're gonna do it again because you're letting them do it. You're allowing them to treat you this way instead of leaving the first time. It's gonna be hard. I've been through it before. It's going to be hard to sit there and actually let go of somebody that you put your all into. I understand that with girls and boys. I understand that it's gonna hurt, but that person don't care about you how you think they do. They really don't. They just like what you're offering. They just like how you're treating them. They feel like they don't have to treat you a certain way, but you got to treat them a certain way. You have to do this for them. You have to do that for them. You have to, they say something to you out the way. You have to forget about it and still show the same type of love you were showing them in the beginning. That's what people think nowadays, and it don't go like that. So you have to learn self-love to actually respect yourself, or people out here is going to play in your face. They're going to play with you. They are going to play with you. I only know so much it is because, like I said, I've been through it before. I had to learn the hard way that people is not going to sit there and have the same kind of heart I have. I'm not even perfect. Yes, I would say stuff out the way, out of hurt. I used to be cool back then. I used to be like, oh, this happy person. I was all right. Like I would say probably 2020, I was all right because I was minding my business. And I was just filming TikToks for fun. That's when I didn't take TikTok seriously. And I wasn't really talking to people. I only had 2 people I was talking to, and it was girls. Other than that, I was always, what I'm doing now, I was always in my room, recording or chilling. So I wasn't really, nobody hurted me, nobody did nothing. But when you actually start to love somebody real heavy and start to put your all into something, that's going to drain you. Because going from you being okay and nobody break your heart to you dealing with situations that broke your heart and disappointed you multiple times, that is going to drain you. You're not going to get that same happiness how you used to be back then, how you going to get now. You're going to become way more angrier. You're going to say stuff that you don't even mean. Because I do stuff like that. I become way more angrier because I let people play in my face. I let people sit there and take advantage of me because of how I felt about them. People will sit there and treat you all types of ways because they know how you care about them. They know how you love them. So they're going to treat you like shit because they feel like that you're not going to leave. They feel like that, oh, you're going to always be here, so I could treat you however I want to treat you. That's why I say you have to set boundaries. You can't sit there and keep forgiving, because they're gonna keep doing it to you. It's never gonna end. I'm letting y'all know that right now. If y'all the type of person, I'm saying females, because females are way more. They say men is way more emotional. I get that, but females, we were already made emotional. God, like, it's just something we are. We're emotional. We're females. We have hormones. All of this. We're emotional. Men always like they be trying to, you know what I'm trying to say. Like they don't show their emotions. They say they're emotional, but they don't really show their emotions how females do. Females will show their emotions. They will cry. They will show you when it's something bothered them. Men won't do that. They will sit there and try to keep it in and handle it themselves. So men can't sit there and be like, "Oh, we way more emotional than y'all." No, y'all not. We're way more emotional than y'all. And even the little things, just because y'all not physically doing nothing, y'all sit there and push that to the side and make it seem like it's not a big of a deal what we telling you is wrong with us. We could sit there, it could be off of something y'all said that could hit home for us. But we said to y'all gonna sit there and be like, okay, so I don't care. Because y'all not emotional how we are. And then on top of that, y'all say something to us, but claim you love that person, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. 9 times out of 10, some females, I can't speak for all females, but some females like me, if I say something, I will most likely say something out of hurt. Because everything I already been through dealing with people, I've said it out of hurt. I will say it out of hurt. Because I'm tired of people playing in my face. I'm tired of people sitting there feeling like they can do whatever they want. I'm just tired of all that when it comes to anybody. They feel like they could take advantage because I don't sit there. I don't know how to really talk. Like, I don't talk like that. I don't talk to people at all. I stay to myself. I'm antisocial. I don't even go out and try to make friends. I don't talk to people. So people feel like they could take advantage like that because I don't know how to talk. If I'm arguing with somebody and I'm stuttering because I'm mad as hell. I don't want to argue. I would want to fight, but I don't be fighting. But that's 9 times out of 10 what will happen. I would want to fight. I don't like arguing with people. I don't speak. When it's something on my mind, I'm not going to speak because why would I speak to somebody and that goes for other people too. If somebody is treating you away and you're feeling the type of way, but you scared to like speak on it or you don't want to speak on it, I understand where you're coming from because that person then did all this and you try to explain how you feel and they just push your feelings to the side. I understand. Y'all females don't even got to say nothing. I already understand how it is. People be acting like they're so dumb. They be like, well, why you don't come talk to me? Because every time I do, it's like you push it to the side. And I know how females are. Some dudes just don't understand that. I know with females, girls, if y'all don't sit there and talk to nobody, like if y'all rather talk to just a therapist, even though they will listen, but if they actually give you advice, cool. Some therapists they don't be caring for it. They just want the money. But if somebody will actually sit there and listen, cool. I understand if y'all want to talk to y'all family, if y'all want to talk to y'all partner, I understand that because they're not really listening to you for real. They just want to know what's going on. They just want to be nosy. And if it's your partner, they just want to hear what you got to say, and they still not going to fix it. So I understand why there's no point of talking to them because nothing's going to change. And that's another reason why at this point you just leave silently. Because if you telling somebody over and over and over what they're doing and they not changing it or they don't want to change it and they make it clear that they want to change it, ladies, don't let no man tell you twice or show you, matter of fact, not tell you twice. Don't let somebody show you twice that they don't fuck with you or that they don't want you. Because God is going to show all the signs. God is also going to show you when y'all get into it what type of person, how they really feel about you. That ain't no mistake. You wonder why when people get into it and you hear all this stuff come out of nowhere and you be like, I never knew you felt that way before. Because they've been holding it in. Whole time they felt this way for the longest. They just never said nothing. They waited till they got upset to scream it out. And you finally looking at them like, wow, this is really how you felt about me. This is really the type of person that you are. How many times are you going to sit there and let somebody disappoint you in order to realize that that's who they are? How many times are you going to let it happen? Because you keep trying to get closure and try to change somebody, it ain't going to work. People change for who they want to change for. If you're not that person, they're not going to want to change for you. If they're not checking up on you how they used to back then, or talking to you how they used to, coming to you how they used to, showing you love how they used to, they don't want you no more. They don't want you. They're playing in your face. They was only here for the moment because of what you can offer. Now that they drained everything out of you, now they don't want you no more because like you're useless to them. They already drained everything. They took everything. They took the love that you gave them. They took the affection that you was showing them. There was stuff when you was being there for them. They just took all of that. They sucked it out of you. And now they don't want you no more. They don't need you because it make them feel better. Hurt people. If y'all understand what I just said, like it's not I just said the same thing twice, but if y'all really understand what I'm saying, hurt people that's hurt themselves, hurt other people. And you're gonna see that. It's people out here that's have a real good heart that will sit there and find somebody and they just, after all that, they just turn cold hearted. They become drained. They don't even want to love anybody no more. Because that person that they met was already hurt. And that person put that hurt onto you because they're hurt. So they trying to project their hurtness onto you so they don't feel bad about what they doing to you. Like, and then they try to make it seem like it's you. Y'all females is not crazy. And y'all dudes is not crazy. Y'all not. Some people will sit there and literally hurt you so bad and drain you so bad and wonder why you're not the same person that you was in the beginning. And they won't take accountability for it. They will sit there and make it seem like you're crazy. They will sit there and be like, oh, you're not the same person. Like, what happened to you? This is not the person I used to know. It's not, because you drained everything out of me already. And people don't understand that. People can't take accountability for what they done. And they will sit there and try to basically make it seem like it's your fault so they don't have to take accountability. So they don't have to sit there and face what they've done to you. That's what they would do. And they won't feel bad for it at all. Because they don't love you how you love them. They didn't care. They just worried about themselves in the end. And that's something y'all have to realize. People is worried about themselves nowadays. They're not worried about having no future with other people. Some people are. Real, actual people, real, genuine people are. But other people nowadays in this generation, they really worried about themselves. They really worried about doing anything they can so they could be better. And they will leave you to the side. But they'll try to make it seem like it's you when it's really not you. When you came to them wholeheartedly, genuinely, arms open, everything, and they just drained the life out of you. Some dudes will also sit there and tell a girl, oh, I can't lose you, this and that. Lots of dudes will do that. But if I'm too good to lose, how am I not enough to sit there and keep? You're doing all this stuff in order to not keep me, in order to lose me, but you're not doing stuff to keep me. And that's what's crazy. You're doing all of this stuff. You sitting there saying all this stuff. You're basically love bombing. You're saying all this stuff, and you're not even following through with it. That's what's also another thing females need to start standing on. Y'all need to start paying attention to their actions and not their words. Because people going to say stuff, especially dudes. That's why I'm saying dudes. And there was another topic because another person said give advice on dudes. But I'm going to say this in this video too. Dudes will sit there and tell you so much stuff and not even fall through with it. Like, they will tell you so much stuff. You don't see females giving fairy tales. That's why it's always somebody saying men. Because they are going, my bad, boys. Because they're going to sit there and tell you all this stuff that they're going to do. Everything y'all got planned together. And it don't even fall through. One little incident happened. That's gone. They talk about they don't need you. They say all of this stuff out the way. When the whole time, in the beginning, it was all this, I don't want you to go, or you're a person that I do need in my life. But as soon as one thing happens, it's I don't need you. That's why I say people are love bombing you. That's another reason why females just need to, at this point, stay to yourself. Because it ain't no people out here that's going to sit there. If you want somebody like that, you actually have to sit there and realize it. Like, you can't, I ain't about to say look, because don't go looking for it. It's going to come to you. If it's real, it's going to come to you. Don't go looking for it, because people out here nowadays is not offering nothing. They're out here cheating. They're out here using people because of the kindness of their heart. That's what they're doing to get what they want. It ain't nobody that's actually genuine out here. Because everybody's mentally tired and drained and already got played with multiple times. So now it's other people trying to do get back and get revenge. It ain't nobody trying to actually love anymore. Nowadays, I'm surprised it's adults from years ago that's still together. And that's cool. But this generation, they're not looking to marry. They're not looking for none of that. They're actually just having kids. They're not even together. There's people having kids out here and they wouldn't even be together. And that's crazy. They're out here just popping out kids and y'all don't even have a relationship going on with yourselves. Y'all didn't even take the time to learn yourselves. Some people, it may be an accident. Some people are purposely doing it though. And what is that doing? That's hurting the kids, because you sit there, you had this baby down the line, and you and that person is not together no more. Separated, living in two different houses. You have to sit there and deal with that. Like, I mean, not you. Your child has to deal with going to two different houses, two different birthdays, two different Christmases, two different all of that. Because y'all want to sit there and just have a baby and ended up not together anyway. That ain't right for the baby. It ain't. But long story short, nowadays you just need to focus on yourself. If you're in a relationship that if you feel that's your person, and if you feel that's somebody who you choose to have your problems with, you go do that. Make sure you always communicate with that person though. Make sure you figure out what the problem is. But don't let nobody play in your face. It's not gonna end well. It's never gonna be any peace. Don't let nobody play in your face, because they're gonna continue to do it. They're not gonna care. You think they're gonna care? They don't care. You think just because they apologize, if they're not actually showing it that they're sorry or changing their ways, it ain't no point in believing that. It ain't no point in wasting time with somebody that ain't gonna change for you or that ain't gonna change in general. It ain't no point in wasting time at all. God is showing you that that's not your person because they keep playing in your face. They keep disrespecting you. They keep doing all this stuff to you. And you keep having that thought in your mind. Like I said before, you keep having that thought in your mind that they're going to change, that they're this nice person. That's why you still deal with, people still deal with certain things that they deal with.
My bad, y'all. My phone died. But anyways, where I left off at was, don't let people play in your face. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of this whole video is don't. If you really want to be in a relationship with somebody, show it. If you really don't want that person to leave, show what you can change. Show what you're going to fix. That goes for both parties, male and female. If you really want that person in your life, sit down and have a conversation. And don't try to be that stubborn, stuck-up person that feel like their ego too big to where they can't sit there and say how they feel. Because you're going to lose people at the end of the day. You feeling like you that person and you don't got to apologize. You don't got to kiss ass. That's not kissing ass. That's telling somebody how you really feeling about them. If you feel like you're doing that, you don't need nobody in your life. You don't need to be with nobody. And that's selfish of you to feel like, oh, I don't have to say how I feel because I'm not about to do this, I'm not about to do that. What? It ain't even no point in you dealing with somebody at that point then. But if you want to sit there and have that conversation with that person, like, I don't want to lose you, I want this, I don't like what's this going on. It don't need to be no pointing fingers, it don't need to be none of that. Say what you don't like that's going on in the relationship and figure out how it can be fixed. Don't sit there and be like, well, you was such and such, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. Don't do that. Say what you don't like, because that's just going to turn into an argument. An unnecessary argument. And that's going to show another reason why y'all don't need to be together. Because if you telling how you feel, and somebody say, you just trying to argue, just trying to start an argument, leave. Because they're just trying to push your feelings up. They ain't trying to hear what you got to say. They just think it's an argument. They not grown up. Just leave. Don't even say nothing else. And that's why females don't say nothing to people. Because every time a female will open their mouth, it's always somebody that's trying to invalidate what they're talking about. Or if they're in a relationship or a situation, it's always that one dude that sit there and say, you're just trying to argue. So cool. I won't say nothing else. And just leave. Because if every time I feel a way about what you're doing, and you try to address that, and they sit there and say they got other stuff going on other than that, it ain't even no point, because other stuff is more important to you than how I'm feeling. That's where the word about yourself comes in at. You can't sit there and put 25 minutes of your time, 5 minutes of your time. You can't give me that to sit there and listen to what I gotta say. That's showing you right there. That person don't give a fuck about you for real. They don't. And you have to understand that. But that's all I gotta say, y'all. I hope y'all appreciated the advice I gave y'all. Like I said, they gave me other topics I should do. I will be doing other topics. So make sure y'all subscribe and stuff. And your girl's out. I'm finna go record. Bye, y'all.